All right, it's 10:30 a.m. Central Time, and you're in the place to be. Welcome to CSL Dallas, located in the heart of Texas and heard around the world. And together, we are building a spiritual community where we can be our most authentic self. And we invite you to go deeper into spirituality and apply universal principles as we are transforming the world one life at a time. And today we're joined with Rev Marquita as we strength that supports life. So you're going to learn a little bit more about that, but before we do, let's get ready for our celebration full of music, message, and connection. So if you're willing and able, please rise out of your seat and let's welcome our CSL Dallas music team.
You need to clap your hands, Jada. Hey, hey. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is one life, that life is love, that life is love, is perfect, whole and free. That love is flowing now through me. That love is flowing now through me. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is one life, that life is love, love is perfect, whole and free. That love is flowing now through me. That love is flowing now through me. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, flowing now through me. Flowing now through me. Flowing now through me. Right now. Flowing now through me. Flowing now through
Good morning, everybody here in the sanctuary and online. Great to see you. Good morning. We are glad you're here. Thank you for joining us here in person and those of you live streaming with us this morning. My name's Joe Tinker. I serve on your nominating corps for one thing here. That's one of our elected offices where we seek out volunteers who want to elevate their service to elected leadership. So if you're interested in that, talk to me. I'll introduce you to some other people on the team. You learn more about it. I'm also the team lead for theater ministry here at CSL, and today I am your platform assistant. So we're going to talk about a few of the things that are coming up. But before we get going, let's get together in our hearts and minds and read our purpose statement together that says, we are radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, transforming lives, and so it is. Right on, right on. Okay, here's what's coming up. You have an opportunity to join Dr. Tracy Brown, standing back here in the back. Hi, Tracy. Join Tracy Brown this upcoming June 16th, so it's right around the corner. This is a 5-week course, and discover the timeless truths that connect ancient spiritual traditions with modern metaphysical teachings. Ancient Wisdom and Science of Mind is the class. It's a course that explores spiritual principles found across cultures and across traditions, helping you deepen your understanding of universal truth and conscious living. So, whether you're new to Science of Mind or looking to expand the spiritual journey you're already traveling, well, this class offers powerful insights and meaningful connection. Visit CSLDallas.org, our fabulous website. Click on the Education tab and then Current Schedule. That way you can learn more about Dr. Brown and Ancient Wisdom and Science of Mind. Also, CSL Dallas is very proud to sponsor Teen Insight 1, the Awakening the Power of Your Heart. This is an outstanding seminar. We've had an adult seminar of Insight at CSL Dallas, and now we're attracting a teen group, happening July 14th through the 17th, this summer, coming right up. And it'll be here on campus. It's a powerful 4-day program, and it's designed for teens aged 14 to 18. So Insight provides a fun, engaging, a supportive environment where young people can build confidence, strengthen communication skills, make empowered choices, and discover the wisdom within themselves. Yep, through interactive activities, guided exercises, meaningful connections with other teens, participants who attend gain tools that can help them navigate life's challenges, we all got them, with greater self-awareness and trust. Boy, I wish I had that when I was a teen. If you have a teen in your life, well, then we encourage you to learn more about this transformational opportunity and reserve a spot for them today. Head over to CSLDallas.org, click on the Special Events tab, and you'll find out more. All right, Rev Marquita has something to say. Are you surprised by that? Here she is, Rev Marquita.
Morning, community. Ah, y'all sound good. So we have an opportunity to show some gratitude to someone who is within our community. I'm going to ask that he come up here on the stage. This is our wonderful Dan O'Brien. So, Dan has been here a whole lot longer than me, and a whole lot longer than lots of folks. But here's what's really important about Dan. He gets that this is his spiritual home, and so he takes care of it. So he volunteers to do our plumbing, including when I didn't know, because I don't go into the men's restroom often. I do. When things were broken and needed something, and simply said, can I go and fix that for you, make that happen. This is someone who owns his community, and therefore, with his skills, he applies his skills here with love. No, we don't have to ask him. I mean, if we know something and he's at home and he doesn't know what's happening, then we call, we ask, and there he comes to help fix. He loves this place, and we love him. Yeah? So there's a card in here, my love, strictly for you. And then, of course, the gift of Revolutionary. And that's based on a conversation you and I had some time ago. I think you'd be interested in that.
Thank you.
So, community, would you please stand and allow us to bless this person and let him know how we feel about him? Oops. Where's the song?
And we are grateful, grateful for all you give and all you do and everything you are. And we are grateful, grateful for all you give and all you do and everything you are.
Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. No, unless you want to.
I'm grateful to be part of this community, for all the love. Thank you.
Ah, we are blessed in this community, right? I got one more announcement, sweetheart. So, spiritual community, and I knew this before I got here because I had already traveled. How many of you have traveled with Spirit Tours? Yeah, quite a few, and there's lots, yeah, lots more. So I too have. So when I took this position, I was told, you know, CSL Dallas, we love to travel together. And I'm grateful because next year we're going there. So here's how this works. We get to go to Greece, and here's what I know about spiritual tours. When you travel with spiritual tours, a lot of times you get to do things that other tours don't get to do because they get special permission to go into special sacred sites and things of that nature. If you're new to our community, we travel to sites not just to travel, we travel to have a spiritual experience. And trust me, I know that you will have spiritual experiences should you choose to travel to Greece with us. So let's get ready. This is May 21st through June 2nd, and the most important part about I want you to remember today is that at 7 p.m. Central Time on July 8th, everybody, if this has any interest whatsoever, just picture it just a little bit, get your calendars out, mark them for July 8th, 7 p.m., there will be a Zoom call to really explain us going to Greece and what we have the opportunity to experience. If you're new to our community and you've never traveled but you'd love to travel to Greece, make sure you're on that call. We have an opportunity as a community to travel again together and to completely shift what's happening within here and what happens in our lives, right? Because there are experiences that you have that a lot of times we don't have when we're just by ourselves. So, are you ready to go to Greece? Yes. Just a few of y'all. Are you ready to go to Greece? Yes. That's what I thought. Okay, so make sure July 8th, 7 p.m. Central Time, please sign up. If you're online and you do not, you're not in the Dallas area, whatever, this is also for you. We are not, just singular like just CSL Dallas people can go. That's not it at all, because I wasn't part of CSL Dallas when I went to Egypt and all these other places. So, those of you online, if this interests you, July 8th, 7 p.m., there's a Zoom link. You'll get that Zoom link, and it's on the website, I do believe. So get on it, be on it. Let's go to Greece, y'all.
Thank you, Rev Marquita. You want to give me that back? Lots of good stuff going on. So what's the moral of the story? Get on that website. Y'all look at what's happening on the website. It's great. And if you are a member, then you can sign in, create your own account, and become a part of Fellowship One, which then gives you access to all the volunteer groups and plenty of ways to give and to expand your experience with CSL Dallas. CSLDallas.org. Check it out. Okie doke. Now, let's settle into the morning. We have our fantastic music team. Thank you, Candy, Cleo, Glenda, Patrick, Valerie, and Willeen, and our fabulous CSL Dallas band, Brad, Jonathan, and Matt. And we will also go within and center with spiritual coach Cindy Young. Thanks, everybody.
go within, to that innermost place, deep inside each of us. That place where that inner voice remembers, even when our ego does not. That place where we know we are of that divine love, that we are of that peace that passes all understanding, that we are of harmony and beauty and abundance. That place where we don't forget. And as we come together today, we all remember for each other. And as we look into each other's eyes, we recognize the divine within. We reflect back that divinity to each other. We remember for each other. And we stand in that strength that we are, that courage that we are, that wisdom that we are, as we reflect and remember the truth of who we are. And so it's from that place that we come together in remembering and affirm that by saying, and so it is.
When I forget, will you remember for me? When I forget, will you remember for me? Help me see what you see when I forget. Don't you know when you forget, I will remember for you. Yes, I will. When you forget, I will remember for you. I will see what you don't see when you forget. I'm gonna remember when I forget. I'll remember when you forget. When we forget, I will remember when I forget. So it is. One, two, three. Right here. There is one life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. Spirit in me.
Y'all show some love for Willeen and Val and Patrick. Hello, my dear. Y'all got me snotting up. What, say it. Oh, sure. Just you know. Not a problem. Hi, y'all. So, I'm finna read my words, because you know what? Y'all about to have me cutting the Holy Ghost step up in this joint a minute ago. And when that happened, the words go away. Okay, I'm just saying. Here's a song from India, Irie. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. Three. Oh, yeah. Oh. Inside my head there is a dream that I want to see in the sun. Behind my eyes there is a me that I've been hiding for much too long, 'cause I've been too afraid to let it show, 'cause I was scared of the judgment that may follow. Put aside all my living for tomorrow. I had to step out on faith. I got to show my faith. It's been elusive for so long, but freedom is mine today. I had to step out on faith. I gotta show my faith. Procrastination had me bound, but look what I have found. I found strength, courage, and wisdom. It's been inside of me all along. Strength, courage, and wisdom inside of me. Oh yeah. Behind my pride there is a me that knows humility. Inside my voice there is a soul. Inside my soul there is a voice. But I've been too afraid to make a choice, 'cause I'm scared of the thing that I might be missing. Running too fast to stop to listen. I had to step out on faith. I had to show my faith. See, it's been elusive for so long, but freedom is mine today. Step out on faith. I had to show my faith. Procrastination had me bound, but look what I have found. I found strength, courage, and wisdom. It's been inside of me all along. Strength, courage, and wisdom inside of me. Yeah. I close my eyes and I think of all the things I want to see. Thank you.
That's some good stuff. Oh, yeah. So tell me, what are the 3 words again? I like that. I like. Okay, I need the clicker. How did I do that? Strength, courage, and wisdom. I'll be singing that all day long. Strength that supports life. So I'm going to actually tell you a story to start off with today. Is that okay? Yes. With just some of y'all, is that okay? Yes. Cool. Online, I hope it's okay with you too. So there was a small town owner who was fond of quoting a scripture after each sale. He had 3 old friends that would sit around, you know how they do all day, sit around, and his ability to produce a scripture on each and every sale never ceased to amuse these old timers, right? So a lady purchased some material, and he said, like, she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. And then a man bought a sack of flour, and he said, man does not live by bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. And on it would go. So on this one evening, a wealthy traveler came into the store, and he said, help you? The man said, I need a blanket for my horse. Bring me the nicest blanket you've got. Well, the store owner went back into the storeroom and came out with a brown blanket, and he said, that'll be $5. He said, $5? Are you kidding me? No. This horse is a thoroughbred. He gets only the best. Without comment, the store owner takes the blanket back and goes back and selects a different color and brings it back out. This one's $25. Now look, said the young man, perhaps I didn't make myself clear. This horse is worth thousands. The owner, once more, went into the storeroom, pulled out another color of the same material and brought it back and said, this is the only one left, and it's $100. Ah, well, that's more like it, says the guy. Now, the old-timers stared silently at the shopkeeper as they really wanted to see what scripture was he going to pull out of his hat on this one. He rang it up, gave the man his stuff. The man leaves, and he says, oh, he was a stranger, and I took him in. Now, the horse never changed, and the blanket clearly didn't change. The only thing that changed, though, was the owner's perception of value. And isn't that really true about all of us? We underestimate the value of the strength that is within us. We underestimate the value of the courage that is within us. And we underestimate the value of the wisdom that is within us. And perhaps that's really what spiritual growth is about. Not becoming valuable, but recognizing the value that's been there all along. Who agrees with that? Yeah. So we have some work to do. Yeah? Beautiful, beautiful work to do. So what are we talking about today? 3 ideas. That it takes strength to tell the truth. It takes strength to interrupt the conditioning that we're all under, and it takes strength to give way to what's seeking to emerge with us. Let's start with the first one. It takes strength to tell the truth. It says on here, life cannot support what we refuse to see. Yeah? Life can't support what we decide that we don't want to deal with, what we decide we won't see, what we decide to have a different perception from what actually is. Most people think strength is powering through stuff. How many of you ever had the thought that if I'm strong enough, I'm going to power through this problem, this situation, this relationship, whatever it is? Yeah, some of us have, because I see just some hands raised, so I'm assuming it's just some of us. I'm in that number. Thank you. I'm not alone. I appreciate that. I do. But spiritual strength actually begins somewhere else. It begins with honesty. Not the honesty about others, but the honesty about who? Ourselves. I know more than one person is in this room. It begins with who? Yeah. Okay. All right. So in Proverbs, it says, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, right? But whoever takes crooked paths will then be found out. I'm more interested in the part I underlined. Are you walking in integrity with yourself? Because if so, you stand a little taller, you walk a little bolder, and you do some bold things when you really know that you're in integrity with yourself, your true self. Yes? Yes. Cool. I had a friend one time that I'll never forget this. So she told me, her child was an adult at the time. And she called me one morning and she said, "Oh, Marquita, I just found something. I'm just having a moment." I said, "So what's up?" And she relays the story of a conversation that she had with her older son, he's a grown adult now, about how he told her about how there was a mistreatment back in the day of what she did. And it was pretty devastating when she told me. I thought, oh, that's bad. And I said, "Did you do that?" And she said, "I don't remember." She said, "But Marquita, my son would not make that up." And she was so ashamed, it was even hard for her to tell the story, And I tell you why I related to that story, because I could remember going to my mother and saying things to her that she did to me, and she denied it. And it took a while for me to understand that when we move against the true self, the true nature, for some of us, the things that we may do can be hideous. The things we may do may not be in integrity. The things that we do can hurt and harm another one, including your child, right? But when my mother said to me that she, "What are you talking about?" She didn't remember it. And when I heard in my friend's story, I thought, there's a part of us that knows we're out of integrity, and so we have to bury it so deep till we really don't remember that we maybe have done something. But here's the beautiful thing, is that we all, no matter what you've done in your life, no matter what it is that seems to be away from the teachings of what we teach as love and beauty, harmony, and all those things, that maybe you have buried it. But here's what I love. When we choose to do our spiritual practices, meditation, because meditation allows things to flow up from the subconscious, right? When we choose to decide that we are and will be and will continue to be in integrity with the truth of our nature, all of that we have done in the past literally does float away, or it comes up for us to see and release, not to be in shame and be devastated by it, but allow it to come up. It takes strength to want to see what we have done in our past that we no longer are doing or don't want to know about, and can we just shove it away? What I'm saying to you is, because I just had this, was that yesterday? God, it was yesterday. I was just counseling someone who had many traumatic experiences in her childhood. And she was saying, "I don't know how to get rid of this because there's still stuff there." Some of us are sitting here in this community and we got stuff from our past. We just kind of want to shove it aside because I'm so spiritual now. Isn't this great? And so we don't want to look at that. And what I'm saying to you is, you may not want to look at it, but your body is still carrying it. Okay, so it takes strength to say, what is it I need to know? What is it that needs to come up so I can see it, not to bash myself and to criticize myself, but so that I can see it and release it and let it go. On that day when my friend was talking to me, I said to her, "Wow, the fact that you are willing to say that you don't remember, but you know your son is not lying, and so you're willing to look at what you've done." I said, "Oh, baby, now you can be healed. Now it's complete." So she went to her son and did not deny what he said and said, "I am so sorry. I love you so much." Now that thing that might have been in between them, gone. More honest, more loving, because who she was then was not who she was the person telling me that story. You see, we all evolve. So don't be afraid of the past and the stuff that you've been and done. Look it straight in the face and go, "I get that was, and I understand at that time in my life, maybe I decided that's something I needed to do. Didn't know any better. What does Maya Angelou say? When you know better, you'll do better, right? So when we look it up, now we can say, okay, I'm ready to face this. Apologize to whoever you need to apologize, including yourself, and then let it go. Cleaning up does not mean sweeping it under a rug. Cleaning up says, I look at it, I see it, I forgive me. I now remember who I am, and I let it go. Yeah? Okay, so it's a little rough teaching to start. I get that. But it is what it is. Sometimes we need to admit to ourselves what's out of integrity so that, read it for me. Yes. Yeah? Really, really important. We get to acknowledge to ourselves what we keep supporting through the actions that we take and the language we use that does not serve the highest good. Were you there? We get to acknowledge to ourselves what roams through our mind that's ugly. Now, you know, I'm not all that perfect. Anybody else know that besides me? Every once in a while, every time I see maybe an ugly thought. I don't deny that I have ugly thoughts. What I'm saying is I see it, but now I'm in the practice of, whoa, where'd that come from? What was that? To just say, oh, I'm still human. Anybody still human in the room? Yes. Okay, cool. So you know what I'm saying. We also get to acknowledge the lies that we keep telling ourselves that are not the truth of our nature. That's the spiritual work, yes? So we want to stop pretending by, we also want to stop pretending by talking to others about what someone else has done to us. I heard that, and I know you heard me too. So I'm going to say it again. We also get to stop pretending that we're not talking to others about what someone else has done to us. Yes. We want to acknowledge it, to see that we do that, and move on. Why do I bring that up? Because you know I got a story behind it. Say yes. Yes. Some years ago, I called a friend because something had happened. And I called her, and I am going on and on about what this preacher had done. And then, how did it, now, the person I called was in another state. And I remember hanging up the phone, and I'm driving home, and then it hit. What did you just do? You just talked about a situation to a person who has no power to help you resolve the situation. Because what did that friend do? Girl, I know that's right. They shouldn't have never, and she did, well, how dare he, and blah. Now, maybe you don't have those kind of friends. I did back then. And it hit me. And I remember sitting in the car and just facing what I had done. I called another friend. And I didn't tell her, I didn't go into the story about the preacher and all, no. I said, I just did something that is called gossip. I just did something. I just talked about someone to someone who couldn't do a thing about what I was talking about, but who chose to co-sign all the crap I just spilled out of my mouth. So, and she was lovely, and she said, and so now you're awake, right? You're aware. It was, I will never forget it because it was a turning point for me, because the truth is I had been doing that. And we like it when someone co-signs our stuff instead of correcting me, right? And so, you know, through spiritual practice, you awaken to the things that aren't serving you, to the things that are not in spiritual alignment with love, harmony, truth, and peace. What am I asking? Why am I up here talking about this today? Because here we are. I'm asking that we do our practices so that which is not about truth, which is not about our true nature, can flow up to our awareness. Because even though lots of us would love to believe that we understand and can see ourselves well, that is not the truth. Some of us would love to believe that our friends that we call friends are actually going to tell us and correct us all the time, and they don't. They don't. But there's that part that is within you that does know when you have stepped out of integrity. Be it from something you say in your mouth or be it from an action. I'm simply asking that we look at it this week. So too quiet in this room. I'm sorry. Kind of heavy stuff today, all right? But it is what's up because it takes strength. The song says it's within us, inside of us, all along. Strength, courage, and wisdom. Not just to talk about how wonderful you are and how wonderful somebody else is, but also to do the deep work of what is out of integrity. You have the strength, courage, and wisdom to become exactly what Spirit is wanting to express as love, peace, and harmony. And you are human, and so you've got some stuff that has been built up that you want to peel the layers off and let that go. It takes strength, and we cannot depend on someone else to do this work. This is the spiritual road. This spiritual road says, people, we are here in community to help each other, and I must do my work. Okay? So it's within you. Everything you need is there for you. You've got all the intelligence and wisdom, and choose to do the work. So the next piece is that it takes strength to break the conditioning. Please understand that whatever is the, I'll say the ugly human side of us, is that a lot of that has been learned, if not all of it has been learned, right? Right? So we have to decide that we're going to break through this conditioning, break the spell of the stuff that has been on top of us that doesn't need to be on top of us, that blocks our true nature from shining forth. That blocks the fact that I don't want to forgive so-and-so. No, it breaks all that up and says, I am here to forgive everyone, including myself. Yeah? And so when we live from this space of I am willing to see what does not belong to me, I am willing to break through the conditioning that has been on me, I am willing to be my full self. Oh my God, it's not only do you change, but the people around you change. Because you are the model, you are the one. We are here to bring our light to the rest of the world. We start in our own house, in our own spiritual community, in our own city. Yes? Okay, are you willing? I'm glad, because we need people like us around, yeah? Neuroscience tells us that repeated thoughts create preferred neural pathways. We know this. And so what happens is the brain becomes really, really efficient at repeating stuff, including the stuff you don't want. And so to break that conditioning, we have to be awake and aware of it. We have to acknowledge it. What we tend to call normal is often just familiar or just the way the brain categorizes information. So please understand that yes, you're a human, yes, you have a brain, and it will do the repetitive stuff until you choose that you're more than your brain and you choose to break through. We are here to break through the conditioning. We are here to break through the stuff that doesn't belong. And when we do that, more light shines, but we're shining it to everybody. I want us to remember we are not just singular, me, Marquita. That which emanates from us, that which is spirit, that which is love, emanates and it touches everything and everybody else. I can still remember when I didn't know science of mind too well, but I was definitely a meditator. And I remember my life starting to change, right? And I didn't have words for it. This is why I love science of mind. It gave me words for stuff that I didn't have words for before. And I remember I was going to marry the second husband, and we were in a party or whatever, and I was realizing all of my friends kind of had changed. And I remember the brother-in-law saying, I said, you guys are so amazing. You guys are so fabulous. La, la, la was going on about him and the whole family and the whole bit. And I said, I love being here. And he said, but Marquita, that's because that's who you are. I had shifted. I didn't recognize I'd shifted. And so all of my friends and stuff had shifted. Now, I don't know where the other ones went, and I didn't get rid of anybody, but I just noticed my world changed because I changed. This is all of us in this room. All of us. We are not here just for ourselves, but when we express more love, the different people that need to come into our lives, the different jobs that need to come into our lives, come into our lives, the different love affairs, all that stuff comes in. 100%, right? This is our opportunity right here today. It does not matter what happened in your past. We're starting here today. Say yes. Yes. All right, so recognition. So breaking through to recognition. Let's see what happens here. Recognition, is that word spelled wrong? Why is it? Oh, no, it's not spelled wrong. Recognition breaks the spell. And Ernest Holmes says it this way: the awakening must be within our own thought, not from somebody else's, all right? So we want to break through the conditioning that tries to protect the little self, and that doesn't seem to recognize that God is our self. We want to break through the conditioning of keeping up with the Joneses. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yes. Raise your hand if you know what I said. I do. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. So let's let go of keeping up with the Joneses. Breaking through the conditioning of rising to anger when people do unconscious things to you to make themselves look bigger. You don't need to be bigger than someone else who needs to be bigger than you. You just need to be you. Say yes? Yes. Okay. Break through the conditioning of needing the approval of your parents or some other figure of authority. Let it go. Instead, do what's prudent and good for yourself and others. Break through the conditioning of using things like food, sex, shopping, or spending money to ease the pain that you have. Instead, confront, right? Bring it up, confront it, get some help with it if you need to, and then move through it. Yeah? We are, what is it? Strength, courage, and wisdom. Say that again. Strength, courage, and wisdom. To power through any conditioning. I'm breaking through the conditioning of becoming offensive when someone points out an error about you. There's a story of a friend that I have who was telling me that as soon as she points out something about something that's wrong that her husband has done or something, he immediately becomes defensive. Well, then she becomes defensive, and then they end up in argument. Anybody been in that scenario before? Yeah. Right? Break through the conditioning of needing to defend yourself and your point of view. You can offer the thing. If the person won't listen, that's on them, not you. We don't have to force stuff. Be a force of love in the world, and you will find that you can offer your opinion without someone getting defensive. And if they do, you become softer and more loving, and it doesn't matter if they remember, because I tell you what happens. They go home later, and they think about what you said. But as long as you become defensive and we do this, they can still point the finger at you because of blah, 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 blah. Okay? Our being loved does not mean that you have to be right, and it doesn't mean that you have to point out that someone, and make them know that they were wrong. Being loved is that you can offer it, and if they take it, they take it. If they don't, they don't. Now, if it's your child and you know you got to rear this child, don't listen to a word I just said. It works that way with a little bit of a twist, okay? I just had to point that out. All right, so let's move on here. Strength gives way to what is seeking to emerge. So many times things happen to us and we just don't get it. We just don't understand it. The strength that supports life is the strength that participates consciously in your evolution. Life is always tending towards growth and emergence, but the questions always will be, will you cooperate with that growth? Yes or no? You see, the greatest strength is not the strength to become somebody else. No. The greatest strength is to allow what's already planted within you to emerge. Now, you know this, so I want to be clear. You are not here to hunt and discover what's wrong with you and heal it. That's not why we're here. We're here to hunt and discover what's true about us and reveal it. So many times we keep getting like, oh my God, this is wrong with me, now I gotta heal it, I gotta heal it. That is not what this talk is about today. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be honest with who and what you are, right? Maybe what you've done in the past that needs to get corrected. Just be honest with yourself. Be in integrity. And then decide that you will be the truth of who you are and allow to let that shine. You don't need to go around forcing your opinion on everybody else about who you think you are. How many of you know somebody, they love to talk about themselves? Come on, raise your hands. You know they're out there, right? And maybe you're one of those people. Oops, right? How many of you heard the saying, oh, no, I can't say that. I'll say it differently. How many of you have heard the thing of, if you're really good at something, you don't need to talk about how good you are at it? Yeah. Right? Anybody know what I was going to say? Yeah. So, and it's really true, right? And when you really have something, you don't need to all the time. You're living it, yeah? All right, so strength gives way to what is seeking to emerge. I'm going to leave with this story because I think it really tells this point. There's a young man who just loved football. The problem was he was small and not particularly talented, and so for years he sat on the bench. From middle school through high school and even into college, he rarely played. Yet there was one person in his life that never missed a game, his father. He was there every game. He was there every season. He was there every year. Then during the senior year of college, just before the biggest game of the season, his father died. The young man left for several days, and no one really expected him to return to the game, of course. But in the third quarter, with his team behind, he showed up, and he suited up, and he asked the coach to let him play. Now, it's the biggest game of the season. Coach is like, no. However, he also knew that the young man's father had died. So, took pity on him, whatever, and let him into the game. And then what happened next stunned everyone. The young man played the game of his life. He ran, he tackled, he passed, and ultimately scored the winning touchdown. The team carried him off the field in celebration. Well, after the game, the coach found him sitting alone and said, what got into you today? I've never seen you play like that. And with tears in his eyes, the young man replied, you knew my father died. I said, mm-hmm. But did you know that my father was blind? He came to every game, but today was the first day he could actually see me play. I wanted to show him what I could do. I love that story because it reminds me that the strength, the talent, everything that he had was always there. But suddenly, in his mind, the most important person to him could now see him play. So the thing is, it was already there, but it didn't come out until it was important enough to him to allow it to come out. Where in you have you not had the strength or the courage, maybe the wisdom, that you think you don't have, that you are playing small, that you're hiding? And what's it going to take? What important event would need to take place before you buck up, get up, strap up, and go do what's necessary? Sometimes the spiritual life is a teaching that we don't want to necessarily look at, but we need. And that's what I'm here today. I'm asking you, where is it, folks, that you haven't had the courage to step out and go do that career or go paint because you've never painted before, whatever it is? Where is it that you are playing small, that you're hiding, that spirit is seeking to emerge through you and give you an even better, greater life than what you have now? Because it's always seeking expression for greater, and greater life. It's my question to you today. Take a breath. Close your eyes, please. Place one hand on your heart. Ask yourself, what strength is trying to emerge through me right now? not in 5 years, and not when conditions get better, but right now. What wants to emerge through me? Silently say yes to it, if you have one. I am willing. Take a breath, and you may open your eyes. Simple recap, 3 things. It takes strength to tell yourself the truth. It takes strength to break the spell of conditioning. And it takes strength to trust what is trying to emerge through you. You have all of it. And we are in community together. So as a community, let's remind each other that we've got all that we need. Yes? Yes. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Marquita. Greeters, please come forward with our offering bowls. I would also like to ask our licensed practitioners and spiritual coaches, if you're in the sanctuary, would you rise, please? Got a couple of our spiritual coaches here today, so you can see them. And thank you so much. If you would like spiritual support, well, this is the way we do it. Please feel free to connect with one of these souls. You can find them near the Peace Room after celebration. So you go through the double doors, and people can help you, direct you towards the Peace Room. And for those of you that are online, also, you can connect with a practitioner by going to CSLDallas.org website and clicking on the Events tab and navigating to the Celebration Sunday event. From there, you can click on a Zoom meeting link and connect with a practitioner. All right, thank you. This is time for our offering. And so please do remember to give generously to the work of CSL Dallas. Be a force for good. We are CSL Dallas, and everything that you do, see, encounter, and enjoy here is a gift that you are making to yourselves and to the community. So thank you for your generous offerings. Now let's read our affirmation together. I live in the quiet expectation of divine good. Abundance flows to me from every source. I know this abundance flows to CSL Dallas and our community. We are richly blessed by our divine good, and so it is. Thank you so much. There are many ways to give. You can donate online, too. You can go to the Give button at CSLDallas.org. In fact, the baskets coming around have a QR code. If you want to grab that with your mobile device, that's a great way to give as well. We are very excited to announce and share with you Dr. Petra is returning to speak and host a special workshop. So we'll be welcoming Dr. Petra back on June 28th as she delivers a powerful Sunday talk and then leads us in a powerful workshop afterwards. So after the service, you'll want to stay and enjoy a fabulous sponsored meal prepared by Dream Space Youth. And then you'll be joining Dr. Petra for a transforming afternoon workshop exploring the energy of yin. So in a world that's constantly pushing us towards doing and striving, this immersive experience offers a refreshing invitation to slow down, soften, bless you, and reconnect with your receptive, flowing strength. Now, this is rooted in Eastern wisdom of yin and yang, and the workshop supports you in embodying greater wholeness, harmony, and spiritual balance. Through guided experiences, reflection, and practical tools, you'll learn how to cultivate the power and gentleness of yin in your daily life. Register today. Like I've been saying, go to CSLDallas.org. On this one, you'll click on the Events tab, select Courses and Workshops. Also, here's an opportunity, an online opportunity. Join us June 12th, 2026. So that's just a few days away. 6:30 p.m. Central Standard for an online viewing of Samadhi Part 3, The Pathless Path, the powerful third installment in the Samadhi documentary series. This visually stunning and deeply contemplative film explores the timeless spiritual question of awakening and the journey beyond conditioned identity. Following the film, participants will be invited to join optional breakout rooms, but here you can connect with others that saw the film and share reflections and talk about the themes that were presented in the film. These small group conversations create an opportunity for meaningful dialogue, personal insight, and, well, a deeper sense of community as you explore the ideas and experiences that the film brings forward. So, whether you're encountering these teachings for the first time or have been exploring them for years, this is an evening, it's a great evening, a welcoming space to watch, reflect, and engage in thoughtful conversation with one another. So head over to CSLDallas.org, go to the events calendar, and click on the event for June 12th, and that way you'll get the Zoom meeting link. You can watch the film with us. Oh, and make sure to visit the new artwork right through the double doors and to the right. We have a new Artist of the Month, Allegra Hope, and she's right there by the doors, so she's got her art. Yeah. Allegra has her art there. It's colorful artwork, and journal books are located just right there through the double doors, and she's here today too, so you can visit with her and talk about her work. Take a peek, support your local artists, and claim one for yourself today. Now that's it, guys. Thanks, everybody, and love being in community with you. Let's now rise as we're able, and let's sing out this celebration with this awesome CSL Dallas music team.